Okay, welcome to another podcast for the K series. Today I have Paul Harrison. Paul, welcome.
Welcome, Michael.
Coming up to 2 years with Kollosche next week, which has gone really quickly.
Can't believe it. It really has. It's been 2 very good years. I feel like the decision to join a couple of years ago has not only been vindicated, but also amplified now working in the business, just seeing how good everything runs and how good the people are and how good the culture is and how respected the brand is. So it's been a great journey so far.
Yeah, you've really started to hit your strides. It's been some great success, especially over this last 12 months. Market shares increased considerably, some fantastic results with some big sales like 87 Monaco Street there for 16.5. A lot of volume through Broadbeach Waters, but also across the coast.
It's been good. Yeah, I mean, it's always a grind, isn't it? It's a grind to get started and get established. It's a grind then to get a foothold in maybe a patch that you identify as your own. And then it's a grind to stay busy and keep listing. So, I mean, the grind never stops, but it's been fun. It's been great.
Yeah, I think one thing that I've noticed over your time here is that the level of service that you've been providing to the clients has just gone above and beyond and taken that next level, and nothing's ever been too much trouble. And so I see you preparing properties and doing things that most people wouldn't do, just to ensure that every detail is meticulous. The clients know that you're looking after their best interests and making sure that you can present these things in their best light.
It's your brand too, isn't it? I mean, when I say your brand obviously is Kollosche, but mine too, that I put my name to it. So when that property goes to market, you want it to be perfect. And you want to know that you've done everything to do the right thing by the vendor too. Market the property in the best light and give it every chance, particularly in a market that's probably changed a little bit. It's a bit more balanced. And so I think you need absolutely everything going for you, and just that little bit of extra effort.
You recently at our annual awards won the Collaboration Award for the business, which to me is probably one of the most coveted awards, which leans in on the support that you give not only to the broader team and the admin team and management, but also leaning in and working with all of the sales team, and it's something that we embody, but it's been a real credit to you because I've seen your success skyrocket over this last 12 months.
Well, it's a good feeling too, and I put my boss hat, my ex-boss hat on, and it's a good feeling to actually help some of those guys. And I know what it was like when I started, and it was actually a real challenge. Now, I was, 21 years in the industry, came to a place where I didn't know a lot of people and certainly didn't have any history. So I know what it was like starting out. So for these guys that come in, just that little bit of attention to help them get started or give them a kickstart, and they're all obviously very good agents and very capable, but sometimes you just need that start.
So what are we going to see next for Paul Harrison over the next 12 months, 2 years?
Well, as you know, I've grown the team, so I've got Daniel, who also it was great to see him acknowledged at the awards with the Sales Associate of the Year. He's worked really hard, came up through Concierge, which is a credit to him as well, and a credit to Kollosche as a brand that we're actually breeding really good people within, and he's not the only one that's come up through that process as well. So that was good to see. I've got Daniel, I've now got Chelsea on as our CSM, and Chelsea's an agent in her own right as well. So I see some real development with those two. They're both young, they're both really energetic, very focused, very driven. So I think the next 12 months or 18 months, I'm looking forward to the natural evolution of our business, but also the personal development of those two.
And when you say Chelsea's a CSM, just for the listeners, that's a client services manager. What does that role entail?
Yeah, so she's probably everything, back of house for us at the moment. Anything that we do admin-wise, Form 6s, the authorities, getting properties ready, coordinating suppliers, meeting people out on site. But again, she's got a lot more than that to offer. So I see that really developing over the next 12, 18 months. I think that she would be great out in the field. She's got a great personality. She's done it before. So I'm looking forward to that transition too.
Yeah. So for those that are looking at appointing an agent in market, I guess now that you've been here for some time, what would you say our key points of difference are, and that people should probably be aware of when selecting an agent, given that so many these days are wooed by either the promise of a price or a low fee, and unfortunately have quite a bad experience with a lot of competitors. So you've got a lot of industry experience, but you've also now got a lot of experience within this market and the brand. Just for listeners.
Yeah. Look, I think do your homework, like forensically do your homework. I mean, that's what I did before I even joined Kollosche, was I forensically looked internally at what the business was. And again, as I said at the start, not only has that been vindicated, but now working in the business, you really do see the benefit of, I mean, what have we got now? 60 odd agents who you've really handpicked over a course of 5 years. So that's 60 of the best agents operating on the Gold Coast. Well, that's not a bad start for a vendor to be able to pull that sort of resources in on their property straight away. I think undoubtedly, and people tell me this all the time, our marketing is superior when we look at the marketing that we do and the time we put into it and the care that we take to walk our vendors through that process and explain to them why it's important to have their property out there and exposed. So I do think that we've certainly got the best marketing on the Gold Coast. The brand itself, people say to me, when the Kollosche brand is on a property, they just naturally expect that it's a good home. They know that we won't sell anything that's not. So I think that gives people a really good head start as well. So when you look at things like brand recognition, you certainly look at the strength of our agents within the business. You look at our marketing, you look at the way that we collaborate. Right at the moment, there wouldn't be a property I would have thought in our business that hasn't got multiple agents on it. If it is, it's rare.
And now obviously we've got seller's disclosure coming in on the 1st of August, so tomorrow. I think it's important to probably explain that we've always had that level of transparency anyway, and for us it's about buyers and sellers, any client having the best experience they possibly can and being as transparent as we can and uncovering any issues and giving clients an opportunity to fix them or at least shining the light on them so people go in eyes wide open. And I know that's what the government are trying to do with their new initiatives, and there are some challenges in that probably need to be ironed out just to make them a little bit more commercial for both parties. But I'm sure that'll evolve over time, and we've already done podcasts and providing feedback around that. But I think for listeners, there's definitely been a lot of due diligence that we would normally do to help both locals, interstate, expats, and also help prepare properties for market in a much better standard than anyone else.
Well, I think too, I mean, even last week, we got a few deals away last week and lent on our in-house counsel on nearly every occasion. And it wasn't just for one thing, it was for 5 or 6. So to be able to not only get the sale done, but also protect both our buyer and our seller against any potential pitfalls, I just think that's invaluable. I've never worked at an organisation that's got the resources internally that we have, and I think that makes our job a lot easier, and it certainly makes it a better service for our clients.
Yep. Paul, thanks for joining us today. I think we've probably covered quickly some points there. Is there any sort of advice that you've got leaning into the market now? Anything you want to share before we wrap up?
Oh, look, I just think, choose your agent carefully. It's no surprise that we're getting all the best results out there at the moment. The way that we tackle our properties, the preparation that we put into getting them ready for market, the effort that we put in when they're on market, and the work we do with our buyers, and not just the buyers we meet at the properties, but the buyers that we've met at other properties, is a huge advantage to our clients. Our negotiation skills at the end, getting deals done and getting them done well. How would you choose anyone else?
Thanks, Paul. Good luck for this year.
Thanks, Michael.